Let's walk through the exercise of downloading Bootstrap and configuring it so we can start to modify it. You can go ahead and navigate to Bootstrap, as you can see here is the URL. Then we're going to go ahead and select examples. Then we're going to download those samples. As you can see here, I am in Visual Studio and I've gone ahead and extracted those files. I'm going to go ahead and drag and drop them onto my Visual Studio. Now I'm going to go ahead and delete most of what we have here. I will do that through the file system, so off screen. But I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'm going to delete everything except the carousel. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and you'll see here that it is disappearing from my left-hand pane. I'm going to go ahead and do that for the rest of the directories that I have there, with the exception of assets. As you can see here, I have assets, and I'm going to go ahead and expand carousel, and I'm going to go ahead and look at index. As you can see here, this is pointing in a few places to assets. So I'm going to go ahead and leave assets as is for the moment. The rest of it is what you see here. And I'm going to go ahead and go back to the browser so you can see what that looks like. I'm going to go ahead and open up a new tab. Well, actually, let me go ahead and just drag and drop it onto it. I'm going to go ahead and bring the index. And as you can see there, that is one of the examples that is at the Bootstrap site. And it walks through a few of these. It has a few headings, and then it has a few features within the page. So as you can see there, we've downloaded the examples. We've deleted most of them. We only kept carousel, and we can go ahead and configure the directories, as you can see here, so that we can make a reference to it. Now, most likely, once you start to work with this, assets will be inside of your application directory. In this case, it's called carousel. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and move it in here. As you can see here, it is asking me if I want to move it, and I've gone ahead and done so. Now this link here for the style sheet no longer moves up one, so that needs to be modified, and I believe the rest of it, which is at the bottom, which is referring to the JavaScript files, will have to be done as well. So I'm going to go ahead and modify those two. An easy way to do it at times is to simply look at the JS files. If you don't have a lot of them, this is an easy way to do it. I'm going to do the same thing for CSS. Again, if you don't have a lot of them, this is an easy way to do it. And carousel, as you can see here, is something local, so we don't have to worry about that one. So let's go ahead and take a look, make sure we didn't break something. I'm going to go ahead and save the file. Well, it looks like I've already done so. I'm going to go ahead and move to the browser. And now I'm going to go ahead and reload the page. And as you can see there, everything still works. I can see pretty much everything. Now I'm going to go ahead and take a look at the code behind. And I'm going to go ahead and open up my developer tools. And what I want to look at is the network. And I'm going to disable caching. So that is, it is being pulled every single time. If we have something missing, it should show up in red here. I'm going to go ahead and reload the page. Let me just move it just a little bit off frame here. And I'm going to go ahead and do so. And as you can see here, I have reloaded all the files and nothing is in red. So I have not broken anything. So we went ahead and downloaded all of the files. We cleaned it up. We removed pretty much everything except carousel. We moved the assets folder inside of the directory. And so that's a quick walkthrough as to how to download and modify and trim down to one specific example.